Welcome to Churchview Farm. High Tunnel Greenhouse. We grow tomatoes, green peppers, strawberries, arugula, spinach, lettuce,
You want to
parsley.
you want to hold this one, Ruthie?
Oh, let's see here. Yikes. This was picked a little too early, but it is a beauty. We have about 6 different varieties of tomatoes in here. Um, some heirlooms like the Cherokee purples and brandywines, but we have Mountain Spring and Mountain Fresh, Celebrity.
That one.
Now here's
Ready to boy, I'll tell you.
a nice strawberry. The strawberries have already produced a lot, and so they're resting and growing and putting off runners right now, and then they'll produce some more berries. But it's been a wonderful system because they're up off the ground and rabbits can't get to them, and they stay nice and moist in these gutters. And slugs do make their way up here a little bit, but that's okay. Other than that,
Is that what got that tomato, a slug?
a slug, a little hole. It's got a little slug hole.
No, in the tomato.
Oh, in the tomato? That's probably a slug. But it doesn't matter. Or we don't have any blight in here. We don't have any powdery mildew. Has irrigation tubing for, to water. So,
I'll put that in the
okay.
house.
It's really easy to manage. It's nice and hot, and you get a nice sweat when you work in here too. We staggered some plantings. We have some baby peppers here, so we don't have everything coming on at once.
Now, Ruthie, that you don't have the fact that you don't have blight or the powdery mildew, is that somehow related to how this thing is organized, or preventive things that you have done?
Pretty much, we've completely covered the ground with straw. So and when it's in a high tunnel like this, you're not going to get any splash from soils, because most of your funguses and blights you get from disease from the soils. So it's pretty well covered up, and if we see some leaf that might have some damage to it, we take it off and remove it. And very lucky like that. And we did use some Epsom salts just sprinkled around on the soil, and that helps to keep slugs and other little bugs away too, and feed the plants.
The Epsom salts feed the plants.
Yeah, has the minerals, and it's supposed to produce like a sweeter fruit. They like it.
So what kind of mix of Epsom salts? How do you apply it, and what sort of concentration you use?
Like a cup full of Epsom salts in a bucket of water, and dissolve it, and we'll take when the plants were very small, like a cup full, and pour it around each plant. But then after they got bigger, I was just taking it and sprinkling it around the roots. And so then when the irrigation would just water down, obviously it has helped, because these plants are just beautiful. Look in here, just all these little baby. These are, they're sun gold, which are little cherry tomatoes. Here, do you like tomatoes?
Yes.
Try that.
Thank you. Wow, that is sweet.
Yeah, yeah. And we have a lot of ventilation. Keep the doors and the sides open all day long. We do close them up at night though, so rabbits don't come in and get our stuff. This was charred. It has pretty much gone to seed, but there's still some neat. This was some lettuce and greens. We pulled them up and put them down, and then we're going to cover it with some compost and some straw, and then plant some fall veggies in these boxes. As we take something out, we'll put something else in. And this was arugula. Same thing, it's going to seed, but there's still a lot to pick from here, so we do that. More little tomatoes.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're good. I use all the different mixes of tomatoes in my tomato sauce because we can everything, and so I think your sauce turns out a whole lot better. You have a mix, different varieties of tomatoes. When I use my Vitamix, I grind up skin, seeds, everything. And
And what are your, when people come here to buy produce from you, what are the biggest sellers? What do you produce most of, or what do people or request most often?
most often berries. We didn't sell a lot of strawberries this year because it was new to us, and so we consumed a lot. And so, but, berries, and then of course the blackberries and blueberries would be now, but we get calls every day, people wanting to come out. They love the small fruits. And of course squash is in season right now, and we like to sell our stuff in baby size. So, and a lot of other growers like to sell them larger. We'll sell them baby size for the same price, which is still very reasonable, 3 for $1, which is very reasonable for some good clean fruit.
And when you can them, you can them in mason jars, or you do flash freezing, or
I
what?
do mostly mason jars.
Mhm.
And blueberries, I like to freeze.
If the deer hadn't got them.
If the deer, but as you saw, we still have some plants available, but probably not enough to freeze. They will go into pancakes. Here's, oops, that one got mushy. Something was eating that. You want that sticky one?
Sure, thanks.
Doesn't taste like anything you get anywhere
Oh,
else.
it's delicious.
Mm.
Sweet.
Mm.
Now there are different varieties of strawberries.
We have everbearing and seascape, I think is the variety of them. And then we have some June bearing, and you can kind of see the June bearing ones will fruit once, and then they put off all these new plants. So basically, you're giving up some more harvest for new plants.
The energy goes into the new plants.
That's right. And so we'll take these new plants and we'll just set up some more gutter systems, and then you about double your plants. So here's another one for you.
Thank
You'll
you.
need that to ride up the hill. Yeah, 'cause it'll be a little while before we can get to canning these, but I like to do homemade salsa, and
These are also tomatoes, right?
these are all tomatoes too. And the peppers are growing underneath the gutters. See, these are peppers. You can tell the different leaf here. They're huge. Let's see. Get some with them. There's baby peppers coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they're under here.
And those are like bell peppers, or
Bell peppers, they're sweet yellow and red and green, and habaneros.
oh, wow.
And
Oh, here's a tomato.
oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, so I like to make salsa with the fresh onion and garlic and peppers and tomatoes. And I'm happy with that. See, here's this.
Another. And this is a different type of tomato.
Yes, this is early girl, and they're not a large tomato, but they're that's a nice size for sandwich.
Boy, these are really prolific plants, aren't
They
they?
are. See, this box only has 4 tomatoes.
You mean 4 plants?
I mean, yes, four plants. When we planted along the strawberry towers there's 3 tomato plants in each 8-foot section. That is it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15 tomato plants on each side. It's incredible. It's just incredible.
And these tomatoes on the left-hand side here, these are what variety?
I have to try to find a little thing. I learned a lesson that you don't put your little tag down at the bottom. You got to put it up at the top because you lose it. But by looking at this,
Oh, there we
it's
go.
probably a brandy wine. I personally like the round ones better for eating, but these, you know, they're heirloom. They have a nice taste. But like if you were taking them to market, they're more fragile and the skin split. There's more control in a high tunnel because you don't have the variation with the watering. If you get a storm on tomato plants and they suck up all that water,
Right.
all their skins will split. So, and this is probably Cherokee purple because they're pretty gnarly looking.
Also an heirloom tomato?
Yes. Mm-hmm. They make excellent sauce and salsa.
I'm gonna stand out here at the door and see if I can get a view of the whole
Yeah.
tunnel from here. Get an idea of. Nice. Well, thank you for the tour,
You're
Ruthie.
welcome.